is water, there is life. During the rainy season, barren landscape becomes littered with pools of blue. In these brief months, fresh water is readily available and life flourishes. An array of species congregate here to prepare for the mating season. Predators follow to feast on the spoils. Wildlife expert Kurt Greenwood is on a quest to find the deadliest snakes in southern Africa. He has been studying thanatosis in reptiles, a form of aggressive mimicry whereby the animal surrenders and plays dead in an attempt to avoid being eaten by predators. He's eager to demonstrate the behavior.
Wow, Cape crag lizard. I got him. Oh. These guys run off like nothing, just like this, and he's gone underneath the rock here. Incredibly vicious reptile hunters. You can see a powerful jaw to bite down and be able to grab things. Now, importantly with these lizards is they've got incredible vision. They have to be able to spot birds of prey or other animals that come and try and catch them, and also favorite food source of some snake species. When you normally come from behind, they don't see you properly, but they do have what we call a pineal eye on the back of the head. See, he's displaying his mouth, telling me if I get any closer, he's going to bite me. Now, they've got quite a powerful bite, and normally when they bite on, they hold on tight, and they don't let go. But you see, not too overly aggressive. If I overpower him, I'm very gentle, I pick him up. Very gently, I'm not constricting his movement much. And I turn him over, very gently. Look at this. Now I rub him. The only soft part that this lizard has is its underside. So it's completely soft and vulnerable. On the top, it's hard and spiky, but the bottom is soft. Now look, now I'm going to rub him gently, just very gentle along the bottom. Look at this. You can actually see his heart rate slowing down. Look at that. That's playing dead. The scientific word for it is thanatosis. It's a state that they enter. It's like a primitive instinct that kicks in. Thinking the theory is that if he plays dead, I'm hunting something that's alive and running, I would leave him alone now because he's dead. I don't want to eat something that's dead. I want to eat something fresh. So that's why they do this. They play dead so that in the hopes that if I walk off now, they'll jump up and run away. And most animals that hunt live lizards only eat stuff that it's alive. So if they play dead like this, they will leave them alone. Look, if I flip him over gently, and there he's awake again. Open the mouth, he's fully aware of what's going on. When I look close up to the scales, you can actually see how the scales are arranged. This black obviously helps him attract the sun. So it's got quite a lot of black all over the body to help because the Cape can get quite cold. So up here in the mountains, he needs as much darkness to attract the heat to warm up this body so he can go hunt. So it's very important. All of these different colorations is here to help him camouflage. You can see the yellows and the orange to help him camouflage on his terrain, these lichens that you see on the rocks. And then you can see the black helps him regulate body temperature, and then he's got these spikes on the legs and on the tail to help protect him when he runs into these cracks. So many unique little adaptations that these lizards have to be able to survive out here, and they're very successful and do very well out here on top of the mountains. The first couple of years of these lizards' lives it's very difficult because they're really small, there's a lot of things that eat them, but once they get to this size, they're quite wise. Look at that, look how cute he is. Incredible animal, and a predator in its own right, and a food source for many. We're not here to harm you. Look at that. Yeah. I'm following a track of a mole snake. And they live out here in the dunes, hunting all kinds of small rodents. But their preferred meal are those golden moles who live in those small mounds. During the middle of the day like it is right now, Mole snakes like to go hide in the shade, either going underground or hiding in the thickets, because they're a pitch black color. They will actually overheat if they had to stay out during the heat of the day. I can hear something huffing. And you can see the sand moving. He's actually burrowing under the ground. If I let go of this tail now, the snake's gone. All I have is this little bit. So you can't even see where the body is. You could step here now, a rat or something can run past and the snake will lunge out and grab it. Incredibly well camouflaged. Wow. And he's still burrowing. Actually quite a big snake. He's quite fat already. There's little cut marks on the body of the snake. As the males fight in mating season and they actually slice each other with their teeth and actually leave these big rings along the body. So if you find a mole snake and you find these rings, these cut marks, you know it's a male. Mole snakes like this can live out here in the dunes comfortably 10 to 12 years. So I'd say this snake is probably about 3 years old, 2.5, 3 years old. Look at that. 1 meter Cape mole snake. These dunes are actually alive with animals.
Reptiles and insects often seek shelter under rocks. And Kurt leaves no stone unturned.
Beautiful burrowing scorpion. Look at that. Giving her all the power in the world. If she wanted to now, she could sting me. She can sense she's on me. Trying to hide under my hand. Look at the size of the scorpion. And you can imagine one this size, the amount of venom they would inject into me. But even these creepiest of primitive crawlies, no matter how primitive or how scary they are, they're actually quite sweet-natured. And these burrowing scorpions are famous for being very aggressive. But she's completely sweet, a real sweetheart. Haven't really even hissed much at me, maybe a little bit. But completely settled, staring me down the eye. They don't have very well developed eyes. They rely mostly on their senses, and she can feel me. She can feel my movement and my vibration. Look how beautiful and spectacular she is. It's really a privilege to have an ancient creature like this walk on your hand with the power to sting you with such a powerful venom, but actually not even using it. And all the little sensory hairs all over every leg, so she can feel every little vibration on the ground. It's just a really spectacular, beautiful and amazing animal. I'm going to put her back and hopefully she can have some babies one of these days. Now the trick is to get off your hand without upsetting her too much. Just make with your rock back again. You can go under your rock. It's got to be the biggest spotted harlequin I've ever seen in my life. By far the most beautiful venomous snake found in Africa. No other snake is this beautifully colored. And it's a really unique species of snake. And one this size is easily 5 or 6, even older years old. And not much is known about their habits and how long they live, because they don't really thrive in captivity, because they only eat prey such as legless lizards, and they've got small front fangs that can give quite a powerful bite. And a snake this size, you could imagine, could be quite dangerous. But very gentle snake. Actually completely settled in my hand. He's not showing any sort of anger towards me. Old snake, has lived out here comfortably for many years. Almost looks like someone has spray painted him orange on here. No sign of any aggression. Very small little eyes in the front, which indicates it doesn't really use its eyesight. It's got very poor vision because it's hunting under rocks for legless lizards most of its life, so it doesn't really need a good eyesight. It's got a good sense of smell. That forked tongue comes out, catches the scent particles in the air, brings it back and processes it in the roof of his mouth through the Jacobson's organ. So he's smelling away. He's smelling me there. And normally what snakes do, all of them, if you bring them close to your face, you'll see they actually come and sniff you. You can actually smell. There, you can see. It's like an unfamiliar smell to him. So he smells. So snakes have certainly a level of curiosity if they've never encountered a human and all these different smells that they've never smelled before. And I'm not mistreating him, so he's quite gentle and settled. He doesn't see me as a predator anymore. I'm going to put him down and let him go on his way.